Hi, it's Gordon back, and this is video 5 of the series. This isn't a hypnotic video. I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about really what we've done and what you've done. First of all, I want to say well done for getting through to video 5. This isn't a one-time event. You can always revisit each one of these videos, whichever one you feel might be appropriate. We don't. The body isn't, and the mind isn't like something that just needs a one-time fix. We are like a vehicle. We're like a car. You put your car in for a service, it comes out and it's all nice and ready to use, but after a few thousand miles it needs a service again. And that's what therapy's like. It isn't a one-time event. It's worthwhile revisiting and re-coming back and tweaking and changing. And it doesn't mean that if you have to return, it doesn't mean the therapy didn't work. It just means that it's time for a new level of therapy. So well done that you've got here. I really hope that it's been of value to you. And even if it's helped you move up the scale of positivity by 1 point, then it's been worth it. And if it has, then I suggest you go back and move it up another point, and then another point, until you get to the point, whatever that point is, that you can say that you're happy with yourself. Okay? Now let me tell you that getting to the point of being really happy with yourself, it's a lifelong occupation. Okay? Because we're always looking to improve ourselves, we're always looking to be more than what we are. And that's good, that's what our life is about. A message has been coming through to me a lot lately, and the message is, love is all there is. Now that sounds a little bit hippie-ish, okay? And I suppose in some respects I'm probably a bit of a hippie. But the message has come from so many angles. You see, I think our job here on earth is to be happy. And to be happy, we need to love. We need to love ourselves and we need to love others. Okay? Now our society doesn't really lend itself to that. If anything, our society teaches us to hate others, to be frightened of others, and to be completely and utterly disappointed with ourselves if we're not fantastic business people, if we're not super skinny, if we're not super beautiful, if we're not super fashionable, if we haven't got a wonderful car, wonderful house, we're not worthy. Now let me tell you that you are worthy and you are worth more than anything that this world could offer you materially. I'll tell you a story. It's about, well, it's kind of a metaphor about when we're born, okay? If you've ever come across a newborn baby, or if you've had a baby yourself, or maybe you've visited somebody who's just had a newborn baby and you hold that baby in your arms, yeah? When you look at that baby, it's perfect, isn't it? It's perfect. It's the perfect example of humanity. There's nothing negative in its mind. Its mind is a clean slate. It's perfect. And I would defy anybody to say otherwise. Somebody who's really had a child in their arms and looked down. So really when we're born like a diamond. We're an absolute perfect diamond, maybe slightly uncut, but a perfect, flawless diamond. Now what happens is that even though we're a diamond and we spend a certain amount of time having people telling us that, because when you're very, very young, well, all the feedback that you get tends to be positive. Aren't you beautiful? Aren't you intelligent? Aren't you clever? Oh, how wonderful. However, as we get older, all of the people that are surrounding us begin to offer us their values, their morals, their beliefs, what they think is good, what they think is bad, okay? And people are very, very forthcoming in telling us what they think about us. Yeah? In telling us what we are. Oh, you know, you'll never be. I don't think it's not really your thing. I wouldn't bother drawing if I were you. I don't think art's your thing. Well, you're not very good with your hands, are you? Well, mathematics has never been your strength, has it? No, I don't think you'll ever really. No, I wouldn't. No, don't think about being this. Maybe think about, you know, maybe drop your aspirations a little bit, because you know how you are. Okay? And all of these people that are around us, these giants, these people who for us are gods, our parents, our teachers, our relatives, our friends, our peers, all of these people begin to give us shit, I suppose, and that's the word to use, isn't it? They start to cover us with shit. And it's not our shit, it's their shit. And so they begin to cover our diamond with shit. Shit ideals, shit morals. Think of the ex-Jehovah's, the Jehovah's Witnesses, I should say. Everything's about we are born sinners, we're bad, we're not worthy, we shouldn't live, the only reason we're living is through the grace of God and all of that crap. Okay? Crap. More crap. And so what happens is we start to get covered, our diamond starts to get covered in shit. And then we look down and we see that we're shit. And so we start to have thoughts about our own self. Well, I'm shit at that, I'm rubbish at this, I'm crap at that, I'm no good, I'm bad. I'm bad because they told me I'm bad, so I must be bad. And so we start to cover our own self with our own shit. So not only do we have other people's shit, we have our own shit as well. And what happens is, after a while, we get so covered in shit, and it's been there for so long, that we forget what's underneath it. We forget that we are diamonds. Because every time we look down at ourselves, all we can see is shit. And so what do? As we become adults and we start to get our sort of become mature and responsible, we keep looking down thinking, Jesus, I'm covered in shit, I'm just shit. So what we do is we cover ourselves up, and we put a very thin layer of, I don't know what you might call it, paint. We paint over our shit, so that we look, on the surface, we look okay. But as we know, anybody who spends any length of time with us notices that because the paint layer is so thin, it cracks and the shit seeps out. And it's the same as when we spend time with anybody. We notice after a very short space of time, we start to notice the flaws, the cracks, and we notice the shit seeping out. And so we're terrified. We spend our whole time painting over ourselves again, painting over ourselves, hiding the fact that we are shit. What we're doing now in these processes is we're hosing off the shit. You see, because what happens is this: beneath all of that crap, there's a diamond. The diamond that we've forgotten. That's us. The perfect, wonderful diamond that's always been there. And so, by working on ourselves, and that's in many ways, that's not just therapy, that's widening your mind, reading the right kind of books, watching the right kinds of things. All of this can help you to clean off all of that crap. And once we remember that we are diamonds, suddenly the whole of our world changes. Doors start to open and other doors start to close. And what also helps is the fact that we know that we are diamonds, And we know that other people, everybody else, are diamonds too. And that helps, because we know when we see the shit of other people, we know that, well, A, they're terrified that we're seeing it, and B, that really it doesn't mean that isn't the person. Underneath that person there's a beautiful diamond, just as there is with you. So what I'm going to ask you to start doing is starting to clean your diamond. Remind yourself every day that you are a diamond. Remind yourself of who you are. You are not the shit that's been plunked on you. You're not that. You are the diamond. And every day that you live, you can start to live with that belief. Start to behave like a diamond. Start to think like a diamond. Like the perfect person that you are. And you are. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this series, and there will be more, and I'm going to upload them all now. Okay, see you later.